Good afternoon, filmmakers. I am Andrew Harmon from Be Real's YouTube channel. I'm an aspiring filmmaker. I have been fortunate to produce, direct, work on a lot of independent films, work on a lot of sets, a lot of studio work. But I'm here with young filmmaker Jordan Nicholson, and just want to talk a little bit about him shooting his first film and how me and him connected, and just some of the things to take away from what a lot of young filmmakers can look forward to and what they can do to become successful in shooting their first project moving forward.
Okay, so how you guys doing? Jordan Nicholson, student at Central High School. So starting off with this filmmaking process, luckily I had my mentor, Mr. Andrew Harmon, that has shown me a lot of the ropes. Honestly, starting was probably, I wouldn't say the absolute hardest step of what I've been experiencing so far with filmmaking. Starting really just comes up to just doing it. That might sound a little forward, but once you get your first experience, it kind of teaches you more than any YouTube lesson, any lesson from mom or dad, things of that nature. So I really would say for young filmmakers, just starting is the biggest step.
Nice, nice. How me and Jordan came to connect, a childhood friend that I grew up with, works at his school, had called me and pretty much introduced me to Jordan, that he was starting this film production group at his school, and she just felt that I can kind of give some insight, direction, and to some degree some wisdom and knowledge to the young filmmakers in terms of getting them started, to getting them on track, to going on to shooting their own projects. So talk to him a little bit about that.
Mm-hmm. So guys, at Central High School I started a club called the Greater Purpose Film Club. And the club is made off of the foundation of making short films, web series, even eventually hopefully a feature films. We started off in 2023 with a couple members, maybe 4 or 5 members that were really devoted. We were small, but we were really devoted, and we wanted to show our talents to the world. So we ended up shooting our first short film, actually The Delivery Guy, that we're going to talk about in a little bit.
Okay, all right. How long was your first short film?
It was around 7 minutes.
7 minutes. Okay.
7 minutes.
Okay. I was actually fortunate to be able to maybe just kind of stay in the background, help him produce it, and just really let Jordan do his thing, where I only was just there in an advisory role, so I was just really excited about the project. Talk a little bit about that. Talk about some of the challenges you ran into with this first project.
Okay, so starting off, one of the biggest challenges was imposter syndrome. Feeling like, being the youngest on set, not actually ever running a set, made me feel kind of, imposterous, like I didn't know what was going on. I wouldn't be able to function the set right or correctly. And, that was probably one of the biggest challenges there was. Also, being a yeser, kind of like selling everybody that's older than me or that's more experienced, yes, like, oh, you're correct, and not actually having, my own kind of, making my own decisions. So that was 2 of the major challenges I had starting off.
Okay. What were some of the things that you learned moving forward that you'll do on your next project?
So moving forward, I learned that to stay back to being that yeser, to have my own opinion. A lot of people run things, their own ways, and eventually I'm going to have to run mine, my own way. And with that, that imposter syndrome, to, this might sound straightforward, but just to not have it. Everybody has the same common goal, and as long as we work towards it, it can be achieved. We don't have to worry about, doing it the right way or the wrong way. Just giving everything, giving your 100% effort, and just going from there.
Got you. I always had a theory that filmmaking can be relative to so many other industries and so many other things that we do, and in terms of work, and when I say industry-wise, where a director, he is just like a supervisor, a producer is in charge of finance, actors are your talent, your workers, and as everybody comes together and collectively works on a common goal and a common project, it's just like working on a group project. And like I said, if everybody is in sync and everybody is on the same page, whether you have different subgroups and everything, all for the same goal, you know, you will produce a successful project. And I always felt filmmaking's learning curve is huge. You always know what you can do, your capabilities. You have to think outside of the box. You know what I'm saying? You have to do things on the fly. What were some of the things that you can say that you had to learn really quick and you had to do on the fly to make your project?
Oh man, so we actually ended up shooting The Delivery Guy with our backup cinematographer, who wasn't even our backup until the day right before shooting. I had to learn really early on that even if it's your friend, your family member, if a guy's flaky, it's going to mess up the project a little. So unfortunately, we had to go with another guy, but very fortunately, we did, because I still believe the short came out very well. And I also learned a very valuable lesson, which was to over-prepare.
The prep work, yep.
Prep work.
Yeah, the pre-production is one of the most significant aspects to filmmaking. You got to put the work in. You got to put the work in everything you do, but definitely on the front end, you have to prepare. One thing I learned many years ago, they say, you know, filmmaking is almost like preparing a dinner party and you don't know how to cook. So you got to go from there. So, so just to close off, moving forward, what can we look forward to moving, you know, for your next project?
Oh, my next project. So, looking forward to a coming of age comedy. It's going to be very exciting, guys. Please stay tuned. I'm telling you, it's going to be worth the watch. Sure.
There you have it. Be Real's YouTube channel. Stay tuned for the next episode.